The Green Line, once referred to as the Central Corridor, was the focus of this meeting of the Legislative Commission on Metropolitan Government. Early in the meeting, the conversation centered on the ridership numbers since the light rail line launched in June, and those numbers are better than projected.
By the end of 2015, we were projecting ridership to be about 27,700 per day, and each week we have averaged better than that since the start of service back in mid-June. Last week of August, the last week we have full ridership numbers, we actually achieved 36,800. I will note that that is the week before the University of Minnesota and other colleges along that corridor are open. So we're anxiously looking forward to the numbers as they move forward into September.
Your goal is 27% of operating costs will be paid for by the riders at some point, and I'm wondering at what point on this chart per day. How many riders would it take per day to meet your goal?
In order for us to meet that goal, we would have had to at least have 27,000 per day. Is kind of, so we are, based on that analysis and looking at our ridership, we believe that we're exceeding that.
I'd like to think that the ridership would provide more than 27 or 28% in terms of the operating costs. The people that ride the train should be paying for the train in the best of all worlds. Now, I know we want to provide some subsidies to get it up and going. We've got grant funding and one-time funding, but I think it's incumbent upon you and the Met Council to watch those operating costs.
What are the other sources of operational dollars for Metropolitan Transit?
On the rail side, it's easiest to kind of think of it as a third, a third, a third, when you look at the full operating costs. For light rail operations, a third comes from state sources, if you will. A third comes from the county's Transit Improvement Board contribution to the ongoing
Quarter cent sales tax.
That's right. And a third generally comes from the fare box.